Hey everybody, Jim here with another video for you. This is 50 Years in Film, my 10 favorite films from 2010 and 2011. But before we begin, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, please leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about my picks, and let me know what your favorite films are from these years. Now, before we begin, we're going to issue the normal caveats. These are a ranking of my favorite films. It has nothing to do with quality of film. It is strictly my own personal taste and my own personal feelings that I have for some of these films. Also, I'm sure my rankings are going to differ quite a bit from yours, as everybody's tastes are different. However, like I said, these are just strictly based on my own personal tastes. And also, before we begin, I need to do a little bit of housekeeping, because on the previous video, 2019, I omitted a film, and it was a glaring omission, and I'm going to put it in here now. And that movie is Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho. And not only did I forget this movie, which it's an incredible film, this won the Best Picture Academy Award that year, and it is the only foreign language film to date to do so. And like a jackass, I omitted it from 2019. Unforgivable sin, I am sorry. But this is not the last time you will see this film, because this will definitely be in the top 10 for 2019. But I did want to bring it up here that I did forget it in that original video. So from 2019, Best Picture winner, Parasite. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do what we always do. We're going to go ahead and start from 10 and work our way down to 1. And we're going to start out with 2010. And again, I want to stress, these picks are strictly on my own personal tastes. So starting off, number 10, we have The Town, directed by Ben Affleck and starring Ben Affleck, Jon Hamm, Jeremy Renner, Blake Lively. This is a great film. Solid crime drama. Number 9, Buried, starring Ryan Reynolds and directed by Rodrigo Cortez. Excellent claustrophobic, tense thriller. And Ryan Reynolds gives one of his very best performances in this film. Very good movie. Number 8, this one's going to surprise some people, unless of course they know me. And that is the incredible documentary, Rush, Beyond the Lighted Stage. Directed by Sam Dunn and starring the members of Rush, Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and the late great Neil Peart, in addition to cameos from Gene Simmons and so many others. I could quite easily place this number 1, because this movie probably means more to me than any other film this year. But I didn't think that was fair. But I had to include it in the top 10. So this is why, this is where it is. Next, from my Predator trilogy, Predators, the third installment. And this one stars Adrian Brody, Danny Trejo, Alice Braga, Lawrence Fishburne, and Topher Grace. Next, from the Coen brothers, True Grit, starring Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, and Haley Stanfield. Excellent remake of the John Wayne classic. Another great movie. Okay, top 5. From Martin Scorsese, Shutter Island, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Kingsley, and Mark Ruffalo. Very good suspense drama, mystery. Great performances across the board. DiCaprio in particular. Number 4, Machete. Directed by Robert Rodriguez and starring Danny Trejo, Jessica Alba, Michelle Rodriguez, Jeff Fahey, and Robert De Niro. One of probably my second most fun time in the movies that year. Definitely my favorite theatrical. Number 3, The Book of Eli. Directed by the Hughes brothers and starring Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman, and Mila Kunis. Excellent post-apocalyptic thriller. Number 2, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Starring Tyler Labine, Alan Tudyk, and Katrina Bowden. Directed by Eli Craig. Along with Machete, the most fun I had with any movie that came out in 2010. I did not see this one theatrically, of course. I don't even know if this got a theatrical release, but my God, this movie is awesome. It is so much fun. But my number 1 movie from 2010, Christopher Nolan's Inception. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Elliot Page, Tom Hardy, and Ken Watanabe. Truly a groundbreaking movie, and it's, outside of The Dark Knight, my favorite Christopher Nolan film. So to recap 2010, number 1 is Inception. Number 2 is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Number 3 is The Book of Eli. Number 4 is Machete. Number 5 is Shutter Island. Number 6 is True Grit. Number 7 is Predators. Number 8 is Rush, Beyond the Lighted Stage. Number 9 is Buried. And number 10 is The Town. Okay, here we go again. We're going to start off again. This is 2011. Number 10, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Directed by David Fincher and starring Rooney Mara, Daniel Craig, and Stellan Skarsgård. Number 9, Attack the Block. Directed by Joe Cornish and starring John Boyega and Nick Frost. Number 8, Source Code. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Michelle Monaghan, and Vera Farmiga. Directed by Duncan Jones. Excellent movie. Next we have Limitless. Starring Bradley Cooper, Abby Cornish, and Robert De Niro. This movie is a lot of fun. Directed by, I don't remember, Neil Berger. I'm sorry, Neil Berger. A lot of fun. Number 7. From my X-Men collection. X-Men First Class. Directed by Matthew Vaughn and starring James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Next, from my Mission Impossible 4 movie set, the 4th installment, Ghost Protocol, directed by Brad Bird and starring Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, Jeremy Renner, and Simon Pegg. That was number 5. I'm sorry. Number 4. I did not have this in the original video because it hadn't come in yet. Drive. Starring Ryan Gosling, Bryan Cranston, and Carey Mulligan. Sorry. Directed by Nicholas Wren. Excellent, excellent film. Number 3, Captain America, the First Avenger, starring Chris Evans, Tommy Lee Jones, and Hugo Weaving, directed by Joe Johnston. This was the first Captain America movie, and it's a lot of fun. I really like this movie a lot. Number 2, from my 4-film comedy favorite collection, Horrible Bosses, starring Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Colin Farrell, Kevin Spacey, and Jamie Foxx, as you see there. The funniest movie of this year and one of the funniest movies of the decade. Absolutely love this film. But number 1, and this shouldn't be much of a surprise, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, starring James Franco, John Lithgow, Brian Cox, and the great Andy Serkis as Caesar. This was the most surprising film of the year, and it's my favorite film of the year. So to recap 2011, we have Rise of the Planet of the Apes at number 1, Horrible Bosses at number 2, Captain America, the First Avenger at number 3, Drive at number 4, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, number 6, number 7 is X-Men First Class, number 8 is Limitless. How the heck did I do that? I'm sorry, 8 is Source Code. 9 is Attack the Block. And 10 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And once again, a special shout out to Parasite from 2019. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, leave those comments, and we'll see you on the next one.